Welcome back to the channel. It's Go Gretty, and sorry I'm a little late on this one. We're celebrating July 4th in the great state of Texas. Had an outstanding time, but nonetheless, let's get to the weekly challenges in under 7 minutes. Our first challenge is going to take us to Trial Mountain for a PP600 race. And what did Gretty choose? Well, I decided to go with the GTR Safety Car because I'm like, the AI never wants to get out of my way. So I'm like, look, all these lights and stuff going on. Certainly that will help them to recognize me, but no. They'll just park it on the apex continually and ignore the fact that I'm on the left side of them or the right side of them or any side of them for that matter. But it's okay. I was able to make my way fairly safely through the pack by missing my apexes by, a good half a mile or so. And worked my way all the way up towards P1 by the beginning of lap 2. So even as terribly as I was driving in this perfectly acceptable automobile, I was able to pull off the victory. So if you can actually hit apexes, you can pull off the victory too. All right, on to our next race, the European Clubman Cup 600. This challenge requires you use a European sports car with performance points of around 600. So I decided to go with the Jaguar 2014 F-Type R. Why? I don't know. Why not? We're going to jump in the Jag. We're going to send it and see what she can do. Now, you will need to purchase Sport Soft tires. That'll put your PP at right around 599, which is what the suggested performance points is for this race. And at that, it's actually a really fun car to drive. Honestly, I can't lie. I really enjoyed driving the Jag around here. And I think you will too. So toss this one in the mix if you haven't already. I honestly think you'll enjoy it. It's really a lot of fun. It gets a little slidey, but you can catch it. It's a well-balanced car, has nice turn-in, doesn't get too crazy on exit or anything like that. Enjoyable drive. So give her a go. Make some money. Get that dough. That rhyme. That was beautiful. I love it. Hope you did too. All right, on to the next race. All right, challenge number 3 is at Autodrome Lago Maggiore East. It is a special event in the Volvo V40 T5R design. Say that 50 times really fast. That's a mouthful. All right, so I just grabbed the stock car, 100% comfort softs, just threw it down, and I said, let's send it and see what she can do. Now, as you can tell here, on the early downshift, the front end really wants to hook up and the rear end wants to slide around. Be careful on those downshifts going in the forward turn. On the S's, set up your entrance nice and early like I did right here and just prepare that exit. Here I went way inside to get by the car so you can really get a nice exit here. That'll allow you to just zip on by the competition, knock some time off the leader, and before you know it, boom! You too will be in P1 doing your flipperoo here at the finish for your $200,000 in cold, hard cash. The fourth race of the weekly challenges brings us to Goodwood for the historic Sportscars Masters, a 580 performance points race, and requires you to use between a 1960 and a 1989 ride. So I went into my 1979 looking for something good to put on the track. So after looking around some various cars, I decided to go with the 1984 Ferrari GTO. And on the Sports Hard, it puts the PP value right at about 570, which is pretty good for the race. I'm terrible at Goodwood. I hate this track, the grass. I die in it all the time. But this car on this track was a load of fun. I really enjoyed it. What I really liked was how nimble it is on that turn in and the ability to just really balance the car as it's skidding around on this very narrow track with looming death in the grass right there. Really inspires some confidence. And, as I come by P2 here and I'm coming around the corner, I'm playing with the throttle and the input of the steering wheel, and the car is just super balanced. And then you get to listen to that Ferrari engine just reel up. I mean, it's just a thing of beauty. Well, if you haven't, give this car a shot here. It's actually a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm not any good at Goodwood. I despise this track. And I got a P1 here on my first try in the Ferrari GTR. So I think you can do it. Give it a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. The final challenge, a Big 10 lapper at the Tokyo Expressway in the World Touring Car 800. You need an 800 PP car. I decided to go with the Ford GTLM race car, the Spec 2. And be sure you get intermediates and wets because it can rain during this race. And I decided to jump into this thing with a Group 3 car to make it a bigger challenge for myself. If you just want to get this race done, you can jump into a Group 2 car. It will fit in PP 800. Or you could do a detuned Group 1 car or even a detuned VGT car. Knock it out fairly quickly, fairly easily. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm doing a 4-3-3, so I'm fuel mapping here. See, I'm going up 3, 4, 5, and 6 fuel map as I get down at the end of these straights. That's going to help me save fuel. Otherwise, I'm just short shifting the car. I'm able to catch the competition fairly easily in this Ford GT. It is super quick on the straights. Here at the slipstream, I'm getting well above 180 miles an hour into 190, even on fuel map 3, which is really, really nice to be able to save a little bit of fuel to get my 433 done. Now, you may have to adjust this for the rain if you want to try and run the same strategy in a Group 3 car. I was lucky it rained, but it wasn't enough to make me need to switch to intermediate tires. But usually you can get a little better fuel mileage when you're in the rain and you're short shifting. Anyway, I go in here on lap 4. I switched tires and fuel. I probably could have extended these softs another 3 laps, but I just went ahead and switched the tires anyway just to see what would happen. It worked out well for me. I just went ahead and filled it up all the way for my next set of 3 laps. When I came out of the pits, I was in P6. Not a big deal. Caught up to everyone fairly quickly. Jumped back in the pits there at the end of lap 7. Threw on a fresh set of softs. Filled it up just past the diamond, and before I knew it, I was back on Michaela Zale's tail and finished in P1 with a nice 8-second gap. Took home $200,000 in credits and 6-star roulette ticket. Hope this video helped you with any of the weekly challenges, or heck, maybe just gave you a good challenge to try out and enjoy. And if you enjoyed the video, well, I'd ask if you'd be so kind as to hit the like and or subscribe and come back and check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty, y'all have a great evening.